Welcome to another tutorial for the Built-in Survival series. I'm Hobris. Let's get started. Today we're going to build a villager trading center. I'm going to grab some smooth stone, my preferred building block, and we'll get started on that. Okay, so the thing to remember on this is we want to completely enclose it, but it can't be too big, especially to start out. We're going to do 32 long. We're going to add 16. We're going to do 32 here. Bring this over. Looks like we're going to have to deal with that guy in just a moment. Let's do this first. Alright, we'll deal with him and all his little babies. As quick as we can. There, get rid of that. Alright, we're going to continue this. Alright, it's going to be the interior. We're going to have 2 blocks clearance. So we're going to need to have that wall 3 blocks tall. Alright. Now the reason we're doing it 3 tall, so we'll have 2 inside, is to prevent the iron golems from spawning. And the reason why I do that is we don't need them to be around. They're just going to get in the way. And if we accidentally hit a villager, they're going to attack us. We don't want them to spawn. Our villagers are going to be safe. We're not worried about that. As long as we don't make it too big, and by too big would mean we don't want the wall to be more than 32 blocks from the nearest active bed. Active bed being a bed that a villager calls its own. Nothing will be able to spawn inside, including raids and patrols. They won't be able to spawn inside the village boundary. Oh, we missed one. Or another one spawned. Missed it. Okay. Alright, we're going to put some torches down to light it up. Do here. Just need to make sure it's lit up. Things can spawn in here if you're not careful. But if you light it up, nothing will spawn inside. Except for cats. Yeah. And we can survive with cats, I guess. They can be annoying sometimes, but if you happen to have a looting sword and you need some wool to make more beds, you have a bunch of cats, you can always kill some cats. They drop string, which you can turn into wool. In a pinch, that works. I'll finish lighting up the inside here. And we'll put the ceiling on. Now we will get, theoretically we can get raids, but they will not spawn inside. Our villagers will be completely safe. You can always go out inside and take care of the raid or let it die off. It's up to you. We'll not have to worry about it getting to your villagers. And if you keep the light levels good, your villagers will always be safe with this design. You can decorate it any way you like, as long as you make sure there's no access points from the outside that you don't control. And the lighting levels are right on the inside, which shouldn't be a problem. There's a lot of options to decorate. I go for functional for the most part myself, so I'm not worried about what it looks like usually. You can expand this design as you get more villagers. Not a problem. You can expand it infinitely as long as the exterior wall is not more than 32 blocks from the nearest active bed, which should be fine for just about any size village you eventually want. You just have to do it in stages. Theoretically, you can build upwards. I have not experimented with it. I don't remember all the details about villagers hunting, seeking beds and workstations on the y-axis. They don't go far though. It's like 1 or 2 or maybe 3 blocks, so you'd have to manage that somehow. But theoretically, you could go vertical. You should be able to get everything you need on one level in a fairly small footprint. A 16 by 32 will get almost everything you need if you want a big variety of enchantments to have multiple sets of armor with different attributes. You might need a bigger village, but this will handle everything you need for your tools and weapons. Alright, I'm going to poke a hole in the side here. Is it this end? Yeah. Alright. Alright. I'm going to poke a hole on this side so it's close by there. I will need to make my own beds because I didn't do that. They take up a lot of room. I'm going to do that's 8, 9, 10. Let's do 12. We'll do 12. Alright. And we'll grab our fences as well. And our fence gates. And we'll grab some lecterns. Need the ladder. Got enough blocks. Grab that too. And I'll show you what we're going to do with those. Okay. I'm going to seal that back up. And how about this corner we'll use for the ladder. Alright, access point. You don't want the villagers to get out. You don't want to be fighting with them all the time. They want to get out. So I'm going to do the ladder like this. They will not catch it if it's 1 block off the ground. If it's right down to the ground, they can bump into it, get caught on it, and eventually climb up. They won't seek it out, but it can happen. So we just have to jump to use it. Just jump, and that gets you onto the ladder, and you can climb up. All right. slowly seal in the top. You can do this a number of different ways. Early game, just use dirt. I'm going to put a torch in here as well. And just use dirt. Just boom, boom. Nothing can get in, nothing can get out. You can get in easily. Just break them, go in. The other way you can do it is to replace this block or this block with a piston. Put a lever right there where it can be reached from inside or out. Activate it. The piston goes across the entryway. Nothing can go through there. If you put a door up, if you're on the hard level, zombies will just break it down. So door is useless on hard for safety. So use the piston or just blocks, and dirt blocks break easy. Okay. Look at that. See? There they are. Alright. So we're going to block that for just a moment. We're going to light up the top side here. Just like that. We'll do that. So nothing spawns up here because it can get kind of annoying. Though it is kind of interesting. They try to pathfind the zombies and such. Will try to pathfind through the blocks. They'll stare. They'll stare through. They can't get to the villagers, but they'll just stand there staring. So if you want easy targets, I suppose you could do that, and you'll find them around the outside edge here and there. Alright, next thing we're going to do is we're going to provide some easy access. Oh, okay. Yep, we don't want you there. We don't want you guys there either. Alright. Alright, we're going to put some ladders down here. Always good to have some ladders on the outside. You really don't care if they go all the way to the bottom on the outside. But what we're going to do right here, we're going to break these blocks like so. And we're going to put chests here. Doom, doom, doom. And on this one, we're going to go further in. I'm going to go like that and that. Okay. Those are accessible on inside and outside. Nothing can get through them. You're good. I'm going to close that up again. Alright. See? You can look. They can look, but nothing can get through. Alright, we're going to place some beds. Now you want to make sure there's room in between. I like to do 5 or 6, a row of 5 or 6. So that's 4, 5, 6, and then a space so that the villagers can walk around. Helps with their pathfinding. They don't get stuck in places. 4, 5, and 6. Alright, so we got the beds. It's all lit up. We got our item transfer, so we don't have to come all the way in every time we want to drop off some trading materials. Alright. Now we're going to need some fences and some fence gates. And I'm going to drop some villagers down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. One for every bed. It's kind of you wouldn't have professions if you just bred them. So it's kind of weird that way. All right. Now let's build some trading slots. I want to start right over here. Break that. And that. All right. So we're going to do 3 fence. 3. Entire back wall. Going to be fences 1 block up from that. The center spot right here, that's where we're going to put the workstation. All right. I want to put a torch on that. We're going to put a torch every other. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1. Break it. I'm going to put a torch on that. Break that. 1, 2, 3. There we go. The back side, the back wall, one block from the ground, should be all fence. We can just go all the way across like that. Might make it easier. Yeah, you're in the way, buddy. All right. All right. 1, 2, 3. He's in the way still. We got that. Let's try to move him. He gets stuck on that fence. No, he didn't. Just get out of the way, buddy. All right. 1, 2, 3. And you're in the way again. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to put torch there. And we can use this spot too. Nothing that says we can't. And we'll just leave this space empty. But I'm just going to leave that spot empty. All right. I'm not going to want that there. All right, so we've got plenty of light. I'm going to put fence gates on them. You can just use fence here. I like to use fence gates, but you can use fence there. That's fine. Just means you'll have to break it and place it all the time if you need to make any changes, which happens occasionally. Okay. Sometimes you'll find a better trade than the villager has that you've got in there, and you'll end up replacing that villager. Okay. So to make a trade, you've got to place. We're going to do lecterns. I'm going to place a lectern in there. All right. Now we're going to have a villager link up with that. Yes. He linked up. And he went right in. Sometimes they don't go right in, but this one went right in. All right. We're going to swap some things around here. We're going to put that there and that there. Okay. I'm going to check his trades. All right. And depends on what you're looking for. For me today, I'm going to want to get a book here. Any book. You can get picky. I usually am picky. We're just want him to have a book there. An enchanted book. All right. So he doesn't have one. So we're going to break this. I'm going to keep that broken until we're done with this villager. We're going to break that. And then we're going to place another one. And he's going to switch back. And we're going to check for a book. Look at that. Looting 3. Wow. And for 13 emeralds. That's a really good one right off the start. Okay. So now we need to trade with him to lock it in. You have to trade at least once. And that locks in the trades. And he can't change professions after that. All right. Need to go outside because I didn't bring any. I'm going to close that. Back up so nothing sneaks in while I'm out here. All right. I need some stuff to trade. Grab. Wow. He threw me quite a ways, didn't he? Alright. Okay, we're going to need some paper. Just grab a bunch of paper. More than I need. We can always drop the extra in there. You know what? We'll do that right now. We'll just move a bunch of stuff over here so we don't have to keep coming outside. Just like so. Put the excess building materials in here. And junk. We're going to need those. We don't need those. We don't need those. Or those. Okay. I'm going to grab what's left here. And there. Okay. Gonna go. Okay. Oh, there's a nitwit looking. He wants to get out and explore. Look at that. We're not gonna let him out though. Not gonna happen. You're stuck, buddy. You're my prisoner. Okay. Let me go back down in. All right. We got a good trade there. And look at that. I put them all in there. Didn't want to. Okay. 24. We're gonna move. We're gonna trade once with him. That locks him in. He's got experience. He's not going to change professions again. And we're going to need a fence gate there. And put that right there. We'll move on to the next one. And we'll do another lectern. It's the same idea. Put a lectern down. He switches. He goes. He's going to shoot right in there. If it's nighttime, you might have to sleep. They might be busy sleeping. Alright, we're going to break this. I'm going to check the... Oh, wow. That's just looting one. So he's got a trade we want, or we could take, but we're not going to do it. We're just going to pop that down. He's going to switch. And you get the idea. Fire aspect. Alright. And you can do this over and over and over again. So if I wanted to keep trying, I could keep trying. And switch in. And yeah, we want bookcases, then we got bookcases. Alright, put that up. Now, for example, you have, say you lock him in, we'll lock him in, and then you say, oh geez, I don't want bookcases. I want enchantments. Well, you can kill him. Now, it's going to upset the villagers a little bit around. Another villager is going to come in and take his spot. Sometimes when they're upset, they won't move around really good. They avoid you and such. But now you got a different villager in there. It can be difficult if you got one on either side to like reset them. But it can be done. My recommendation is if you want to get rid of one that's like in between two other villagers that you want to keep, and they're like the center one you don't want to keep, you put something there that you're not going to be swapping all the time. And what I mean by that is something, a villager with trades that you use just to get emeralds. Now, because you might get tired of trading paper, you might decide you want to trade something else. Like a fisherman. Now, most of them, they take string. One of their first trades, it takes string. Or a shepherd, you might want to sell your wool. Anything that has a first trade that's something you want to sell, you wouldn't be switching. You wouldn't be swapping them out just to get a perfect trade on the for the apprentice level trades. So that would be good for a middle replacement. And we got the cats that spawn all over the place. And as you get more beds and more villagers, you'll get more cats. And you can wrap all the way around with the fence. Do recommend taking one spot, digging a hole, filling it with water, making a little, doesn't have to be that big, a little farm, and put a compost bin, make sure there's a farmer handy. That way your villagers will always have food to breed. Because let's face it, in survival, unless you cheated first, you're not going to have access to the villager egg. You're just not. And you're not going to want to keep going out in the world and bringing new villagers back. You just got to breed them. So you'll make sure that they all have food by putting a little farm down. So one of your villagers is always doing food and sharing food. That way all you have to do is put more beds down. And you'll get more villagers. Just like that. And you can expand as needed, like I said. That is how you set up a villager trade center. You won't get any mob spawns inside as long as you keep the light levels up. No raids will get inside. No patrols will get inside. You may get some patrols outside. You will get raids outside eventually. It'll happen. Whether it's random or you get the curse and you come to your village and trade. And you can wait for it to die off. You can just run out through it and don't worry about it. Or you can, take your time and kill them off, but don't worry about your villagers because they're not going to get in there. Your villagers are completely safe. Don't have to worry about it. And it's kind of ugly to look at, but you can decorate it up any way you want. Nothing stopping you from making it look pretty. Alright, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. Don't forget, if you subscribe and set up notifications, click that little bell. You'll get notified whenever I release a new video. You won't miss any. Alright, this is Hobers. Have a nice day.